You ever noticed how "I'm so busy" replaced "I'm doing great"? Like, bro, when did struggling to answer texts become a personality? Let's talk about this thing where people brag about being busy like it's a new Birkin bag. What's good, wave makers? I'm sure you're aware that we live in a time where if your calendar ain't full, you must be failing. Like, rest is a crime and peace is a privilege. We turned burnout into a badge of honor, and now it's starting to show that this is more of a trend that people flex rather than an inspirational movement. You know I gotta tell you why it's like this, so grab your snacks and before you relax, hit that like button. And if along the way you enjoy this content, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Let's talk. Now just us two in your mind, and it feels so good every time. Making it cause you like a knife. We made being busy a social currency. If someone tells you, "I've been working non-stop," you're supposed to be impressed. Like, "Wow, you don't even have time to pee? That's what I'm talking about." People say I'm busy like they just won an award. But really, half of them have just been running around doing unimportant tasks in a panic spiral. Like, fam, ain't no need to flex yourself running errands. It's became a weird flex. The less time you have, the more important you seem. Can't come to dinner? I got meetings. Can't go out this weekend? Nah, I got too many projects. Translation? I need people to think I matter. That "I'm busy" phrase is just code for validating. We don't even know what we're busy with half the time. We just know we gotta say we're busy so people don't think we're slacking. I worked 10 hours straight today. That's cute. I haven't slept since Tuesday. Y'all okay? You know naps exist, right?
Nah,
nigga,
homie, nah.
We getting this
Gotta
bag.
get that bag.
What you
Gotta
thought?
get that
We
bag.
getting this
Nah,
motherfucking
homie.
money. But being busy doesn't mean you're successful. Sometimes it may mean that you're bad at time management and maybe addicted to chaos. Now just us two in your mind, and it feels so good every time. Making it cause you like a knife. A lot of folks out here using busyness to avoid asking the real question. Do I even like my life? They stack their schedules with back-to-back stuff so they don't have to sit down and reflect. Because if they do stop moving, they might realize they hate their job, their apartment smells like regret, and they're in a situationship with someone who only texts back on Thursdays. Being busy distracts you. It makes you feel important without ever asking why. You can fill up your whole week and still feel empty. It's a clever mask, really. Look how hard I'm working turns into, look how I'm avoiding everything that actually matters. Like, bro, it's okay to not have your life figured out, but trying to stay booked so you don't have to face it, that's a trap. So what brings you in today? Well, I work 14 hours a day, meal prep in my sleep, and I haven't seen the sun since April. It sounds like you're overwhelmed. No, I'm just productive. Okay. What are you writing down? Sir? Busyness gives people a false sense of purpose. But fulfillment doesn't come from being scheduled every hour. It comes from actually enjoying some of those hours. Now just us two in your mind, and it feels so good every time. Making it cause you like a knife. Some people treat being busy like a sport. Oh, you worked 8 hours today? I worked 12. No lunch, just hard work. My brother, this ain't a suffering contest.
Dude, I literally ordered Subway for lunch. It's 4 o'clock. It's like I ordered it just to sit there. Because work has been wild. I'm not even showering. I don't shower. I just come in and bird bath it in the sink at work, right? Bird bath, and I'm back to emails. And I'm still behind. Huh? How many emails do you have today? I had 50.
Nobody's handing out trophies for adulting on hard mode. It's this weird one-up energy where everyone's trying to out-busy each other. Like if you aren't sprinting through life with no breaks, you aren't doing enough. We compare our calendars like battle scars. Man, I had 3 meetings and a shoot today. That's cool. I had 5 Zooms and a breakdown. What are we doing? Why do we reward this? Like, genuinely, what's the prize? Chronic fatigue? Bragging rights for being the most stressed? A free latte and a herniated disc? I edited 4 videos, walked my dog, and made 3 meals. That's cute, man. I launched a business, I done picked up my kids, and I booked Beyonce's stylist. Being productive is great. I appreciate people that have a plan and are staying productive to achieve that plan. But when you treat it like a scoreboard, you lose track of why you started working in the first place. Now just us two in your mind, and it feels so good every time. Making it cause you like a knife. Let's be real. Half the people saying I'm thriving are just burnt out in a nice outfit.
5 signs you are overworking and what to do about it.
Number 1, are you constantly feeling depleted, low energy? When you wake up in the morning, you are dreading your day. Number 2, you're struggling with patience. You've got little to no patience at all. Number 3, are you noticing that you're saying no to your commitments, such as seeing your friends, seeing your family, so that you can do work instead? Number 4, are you starting to notice that your productivity levels are declining, quality of work not so good, you're making mistakes where you wouldn't usually, or struggling to meet deadlines even though you are working non-stop? Number 5, are you neglecting your self-care, skipping training, eating food you wouldn't necessarily eat just to get that dopamine hit, smashing caffeine, struggling with quality of sleep? If this is you, it's time to reassess your workload and priorities, and it's time to take a break.
Burnout used to be something that we treated. Now it's something we post about with a filter and call it rise and grind energy. Nah, fam, that's just fatigue with a Canva template. People out here drinking 5 coffees a day, twitching through deadlines, and calling it boss energy. We romanticize stress now. Like if your life's not chaotic, then it's not meaningful. But stress kills you over time. It's not a flex to be so tired you autopilot your life into a gravesite. Hey guys, just another amazing 18-hour workday. Now I'm home, time to decompress. There's a difference between being productive and being on the edge of collapse. But hustle culture don't teach us that.
That's why I told him, I promise you, this is my last day. I promise you this is my last day. Then had a nerve to say, oh, if you walk out, I'm writing you up. Write me up then. Like that's that shit that I be... Like that's the shit that I be talking about. Come on now, I couldn't even. And I gotta pee, Lord Jesus, I gotta pee. Lord Jesus. I ain't never acted like. Hold up. I know good and well y'all ain't touched them Texas Roadhouse leftovers I had in here with the rolls. Somebody that specifically hit it in the back. You had to go out your way to move the milk and the apple juice to get to it. And you was plotting as soon as we left the restaurant. Like, oh yeah, once he gets some leftovers, I'm gonna wait till he go to work and eat it. I can't leave nothing in this house. I swear to God.
It teaches us to look like we're doing great, even when we're one stressful day away from a breakdown.
Now just us two in your mind, and it feels so good every time, making it cause you like a knife.
Let's talk about how rest, basic normal human rest, is treated like a flaw now. You take a nap and suddenly folks act like you gave up on your dreams.
Are you at this time you are sleeping? It's not possible. No. Get up from the bed. I don't want you.
Oh, you sleeping? Must not want it bad enough. Some people look at rest like it's stealing time from your grind, like your body is betraying your ambition. Resting is not giving up, it's literally maintenance. But hustle culture turned it into a luxury item. The same people preaching self-care will side-eye you for sleeping in on a Sunday. Like, bro, you just posted a quote that said protect your peace and solid rest has nothing to do with that? We weren't built to go 24/7. You know who does that? Machines. And even they overheat, but folks trying to treat their lives like a non-stop live stream. Unplug before you glitch out. Hey everyone, I'm Plex.
How you doing, bro?
I know this is a group that's about grinding to be a millionaire, you know, and not taking no days off and just straight up getting to it, you know. But I do gotta admit, I did take a nap yesterday.
How are you going to be a millionaire by 30?
I was wondering the same thing. Well, I'll be a well-rested one. Rest isn't lazy. It's revolutionary, especially for communities that live in a world that already demands we overperform just to be considered enough. Choosing rest is powerful. It's not quitting, it's choosing you.
Now just us two in your mind, and it feels so good every time, making it cause you like a knife.
Some people don't even have personalities anymore. They just list everything they've done this week. Like I asked you your favorite movie and you just hit me with, well, I just launched a clothing line and started a Forex course. Okay, but do you like DC movies or not?
Overworking yourself may be a trauma response. If you are continuously overworking yourself to the point of exhaustion and burnout, it may be because your body has been living in survival mode. Feeling the need to be constantly busy or on the go might be because that feeling of chaos is more familiar to your body than the feeling of slowing down and rest. Maybe you've been conditioned to be a people pleaser or perfectionist. Maybe you're constantly moving to avoid feeling your emotions or processing your trauma. Maybe you're overworking yourself to get a sense of control over feeling a loss of control in other areas of your world. If you are someone who feels as though you tend to overwork yourself, I want you to pause and ask yourself a few of the following questions. Do you feel uncomfortable or anxious when you aren't responsible for any tasks or have unstructured time? If you unexpectedly find yourself with nothing to do, are you quick to try to fill that time to maintain a state of busyness? When you do finally slow down, is there discomfort with rest? Do you immediately try to fill that time with distractions like scrolling TikTok? Overworking yourself is a coping strategy, and it may mean you're avoiding something important. Your body deserves and needs rest. Sometimes we just have to relearn how to do that.
If you die tonight, your employer will have your role advertised by the morning. But your family, your loved ones, the people that care for you will miss you forever. So don't get caught up in always, I'm making a living, that you actually forget to make a life.
Hustle culture got folks confusing output with identity. If they're not working, they don't know who they are. That's why they fill every moment with tasks, because silence is too loud. They lost their hobbies, dropped their social lives, and now the only thing they talk about is their next move. But real talk, what's your vibe? Who are you without your calendar? Your worth isn't tied to your productivity. You still matter when you're not accomplishing something every moment of every day. How you been, brother? I've been great. I'm an entrepreneur, content creator, and startup mentor. That's good. You know a smile is contagious, right? I haven't smiled since 2019. Okay. Well, do you still eat burritos, you know? Shit, you used to tear them up back in the day, you know? My favorite food is success. This guy. We weren't meant to monetize every inch of our lives. You don't have to turn your joy into a brand. You can just do things because they feel good, not because they fit in your LinkedIn bio.
What if I told you the only reason we still have the 40-hour work week is because it keeps us over-consuming? We've been talking about a 4-day work week since the 1950s, and this book was written in 1997, and by then it was predicted that we'd be down to a 20-hour work week or only working 6 months out of the year. And this idea of having this much free time was so frightening to everybody, it was literally nicknamed the leisure scare. And a lot of that is because so much of our consumption is because we need convenience. They don't really care that you're working those 40 hours a week. They care that you're not able to take care of your personal life for 40 hours a week. They care that you are being inconvenienced because that then turns into profits for them. The idea really is to keep you overworked and overspending so that there is no feasible way out.
Let's be clear. Ambition ain't the problem. Hustling with purpose, beautiful. But this obsession with being constantly busy just for clout, that's becoming a trend that is excusing us from making priceless moments with our family, our friends, and our lovers. And I'm not gonna stand here and say, oh, I ain't done it. We all have. We've all told somebody that we're too busy to kick it, when to be real, we only doing 2 things that day. Running a couple errands and recharging our social batteries. And that's not necessarily a problem. It's when being busy becomes your identity. You don't gotta prove your worth by how little sleep you get or how full your calendar looks. Success should serve you, not consume you. Take a break, eat your snacks, call your people, and remember, sometimes doing nothing is doing something. It's called healing. So yeah, stay focused, but don't lose yourself to the grind. Because at the end of the day, your piece is worth more than any unbooked flex. Thank you for tuning in. And if you made it to the end, you are an amazing person. And your support goes a long way in helping me provide more thoughtful and engaging content as we grow. Until next time, much love. We out of here. Peace.
Wait.